Hi guys, so today we're having a look at a new palette from Sample Beauty. I have a few of their palettes, actually I have two of their palettes and I like them, so when I saw this one I wanted to try it. So this is the Plush palette. So what it says is, we've done bright, we've done neutral, now it's time to get deep with a 24 shade palette full of rich tones, including reflective foils, duochromes and mattes with depth. The Plush palette is all about feeling special. You do you and create looks that celebrate everything that's coming. We're democratising a premium beauty experience, giving you luxury whatever your budget. So, this is £18. The 24 shadows are 1.5 grams each. It does have a little cautionary note. Some shades may contain colour, some shades contain colour pigments which according to US law may not be suitable for use in the eye area. From my understanding, those kind of pigments, it's not that they're going to do any damage, but that they're going to leave a bit of staining. So I'm still cool with that. And then, the usual, if it gets in your eye, wash it. Shot corner. So it's got a nice big mirror. I've still left the film on it so that I don't reflect and blind you. And we've got a nice range of colours. So we've got a nice neutral chunk, some deep kind of burgundies, some greens, some bluey purple, and this guy who's a bit of an odd one out in the corner. So I haven't done my makeup using these today. I am sad, I'm gonna, spoiler alert, I can't find a duochrome in this palette. I don't know about you guys, but I can't find it. So let's see how the application went and we will do a wear test as always. Okay, so as usual I have primed and I've set my brow bone using the Makeup Obsession Pearl Shadow, which is discontinued and it's running out and I don't know what I'm going to do. I've chose my main colours. We're going to go in with Rare, Snazzy, and I'm going to use a little bit of La-Di-Da just as like a transition shade. I wanted to try a duochrome, but I'm really not sure which one is the duochrome. Maybe it's Ritzy. Maybe we'll have that as an inner corner highlight just to try. But anyway, so I'm going to go with the fluffy brush. Okay, that's pigmented. Whoopsie. It's blending though. Phew. I'm going to put that slightly further up the side of my brush just so that I get it, you know, covering a little bit more area. Okay. So it's grabbing a little bit, but I think it is smoothing out as I work on it. Ooh, wrong direction. I always do that. I'll learn one day. Yeah, so you can see it's a bit kind of grabby and patchy in places, but it is definitely blending out, just maybe with a little bit of effort. And apparently this brush had shimmer on it because I've got shimmer in there. Right, different fluffy brush, just because I don't want to keep adding shimmer. Okay, so I'd say working in light layers if you're blending this out is the best, because they seem to blend a little bit easier. So let's try the other eye, see if it was, maybe my brush wasn't as clean as I thought it was, if it had that shimmer in there. Okay, so again we're getting that slightly patchy situation. But we'll build it up and it'll be fine. So I thought this row was a bit more purple, but it's definitely pulling very blue from what I've seen so far. Kind of wanted it to be purple because matte purples are kind of harder to formulate. But there we go. It's blue. So I'm just going to pull that a little bit higher to match the other side. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to grab an angled crease brush and go into Rear, which is the very, very deep blue. I'm almost feeling a little bit kind of petrol-y blue, which I like. It works very well with greens. So okay, it's definitely going on just more of a true navy. I'd swatched it on my hand a tiny bit and it looked just a little bit more green. Still pretty though. It's blending nicer, but that could be that we had that nice base worked out from La Di Da, which is a similar shade, so any patchiness kind of wouldn't show. But it does feel like it's blending easier as well, so I'm liking this. It's got quite a bit of kickback in the pan though. Seeing that? Yeah. So that's not ideal, but I'll try and go in gently and pick that up and still use it. That's what I do if I get kickback. I will just go really light-handed and try and pick that up on the brush rather than picking up more of the pressed shadow. Because I don't like waste. Even when you've got an affordable palette, there's no point in wasting any of it. Says me who has so much eyeshadow that I'm never going to get through it in my lifetime and probably will waste a lot of it, but shh. Okay, I've went a bit higher on that side, so I'm just going to even that out. I prefer this shape, but we're going to even it out. Okay, it's probably about as even as I'm getting today, and I don't want to sit and go backwards and forwards a million times on camera. It's no fun for you guys. So then we're going to grab Snazzy, which is the emeraldy green, which is doing that thing where you touch the pan and it goes by brush. Yeah, so that's grr. I feel like shadows never used to be as bad for this, but lately I've been getting a lot that do this. Is it just me? I don't know. Let's try a stiffer brush because it's going like that. It might not pick up as easily on a fluffier one. So this is just like an elf brush. It's a little bit better. It's better for the application, but I'll show you the pan when I'm finished, and there is a lot of the kind of pressed surface. I'm guessing this is one of the ones that they want you to think of as being a foiled shadow, so they've made it a bit of a wetter formula. And when you take the time and build it up, it is very pretty, so maybe I won't hold it against them. But I kind of prefer having a drier formula, and if you want to foil it, getting some mixing medium or water or setting spray and going in with that rather than having a pan that goes really hard. So yeah, so that's been a single use, and it looks like that. It's not ideal. So I'm going to go and finish my face makeup and eyeliner, and we'll come back and we'll try an inner corner highlight. As you can see, I've got a little bit of fallout, but not too drastic, so I'm fine with that. And yeah, I'll be back and we'll continue the hunt for the duochrome when we play with the inner corner highlight. Right, so we're back. I'm still missing mascara and an inner corner highlight, so we're going to do that. We're going to try Ritzy, because that's what I see as being the next potential duochrome. So I'm just going to use my finger. Okay, it's not really doing the hard pan thing, so that's nice. So it's definitely not the foil formula. That's... Oh, okay. Whoops. Done it now. That is not an inner corner colour at all. Oopsie. See what I can do with this. That was a bit of a dark chunky glitter. I should have swatched that on my hand before. My bad. Yeah, that came off way more pigmented than I thought it would. And also not duochrome, but it does have some interesting shades of shimmery glitter in it. I kind of want to get that off my inner corner now. Oops, shouldn't have done that. That was not a good move. So this is just the brush that I use to put the matte colour over my brow bone. Okay, that's not ideal, but better. Okay, we're not inner corner highlighting, because that was the lightest looking shimmer that we had. Okay, let's just swatch Golly Gosh and see if that is in any way duochrome. Nope, it's nice. Not duochrome. Antique. Nope. Okay, champagne. We're running out of shimmers. It's good because I'm running out of tans. And I'm just going to grand across the bottom. So I wouldn't really consider any of them duochromes, would you? They're definitely staying the same colour whatever angle I look at them. They're pretty. They're not duochromes. Okay, my bad. I'm going to just start the wear test here. I will give myself some mascara, but anyway. It is 10 to 10, so we will see how this all holds up. Right, so I'm back to do a check-in. It's 5 to 11, so this has been on for 13 hours, and I still think it looks pretty darn good. One thing I forgot to say when I was applying this is I wanted to comment on just how velvety these mattes look. Like, they have that real depth of colour that you get with velvet as a fabric, and I really like that. In terms of what I've been up to today for what this has been through, I took Flynn a walk. It was 3 miles. This eye watered a little bit, this eye didn't. I don't know why it's always this eye. I really should try and work out if it's something I can stop because it annoys me. Anyway, loving these colours. I am so in love with this green. Like, anyway. I'll zoom you in so that you can see. So, get a tiny bit of transfer under there, but nothing problematic. And yeah, okay, maybe the tiniest little bit of wear in the crease here. You wouldn't see that unless I'm literally going like this to you. So that to me isn't a problem, and it's been 13 hours, and I honestly looked in the mirror about an hour ago and that wasn't there. This eye is a little bit worse for wear, but as I said, that's my watery one, so it's always going to end up worse. And it doesn't quite blend back out, which is interesting because that makes me think, how locked in place would that be if I used it wet? Right, so wear-wise, they're good. I kind of figured they would be because I've used Sample Beauty before. I've got the first Equalizer palette and I've got the Hydrographic palette. So £18, 24 shadows. That's obviously a great deal. It's less than £1 a shadow. That is fantastic. I would say this would be a great beginner palette. I mean, you've got your neutrals, you've got some colours that you can do some smokes with, you've got a little bit of metallic, and you know, you've got colour to play with and see what you wanted. So I think if you were looking for a present for somebody that was getting into makeup, this would be, I would have been delighted to get this when I was first getting into makeup. I would have been over the moon. I really like it. I want to play with this again tomorrow. I want to play with it with more of the mattes because they're beautiful. Maybe some of the more natural ones like this one, Trait. I want to play with that. So satiny. Oh, how nice is that? I know I swatched this one already, but them as a pair would be a very dramatic not day look, which is what I was talking about before I started swatching. Classy, which is the other really deep colour. How nice is that? I'm going to put that with Antique beside it because I think they would be friends. Oh yeah, that was not a good swatch because it was my pinky finger and it just never picks up much. Yeah, oh, why didn't I do that? I know what I'm playing with next. Yeah, so in case you guys can't tell, I really like this palette. I'm looking at this colour in the corner, Superb, and I'm thinking, would you make a nice blusher if you were done lightly? Yes, yes you would. You would be a very pretty blusher applied lightly. Okay, so obviously I'm going to have a lot of fun experimenting with this palette. I think it would be great for travel because of the size and because of the nice big mirror and the nice selection of colours. So this is firmly in the goodbye category. If you've got any questions about this, please put them down in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you've enjoyed the video, click the like button and I will see you in the next one. Bye!